All right, so come down onto your back. Press the soles of your feet down into the ground toward the edges of your mat. Point your toes inward and your heels out. So you're pigeon toeing your feet here. And then roll down to your back. Knock your knees together so that your low back presses down into the ground. It should feel pretty nice on your low back. And then with your hands, you have a few options. You can either just leave them at your sides, either palms up or down. You can place one hand over your heart, one over your belly. You can extend your arms to your sides in a goalpost if you want some more chest and shoulder opening here. I like starting in a goalpost sometimes if I need some heart opening. It feels kind of nice. So you can choose wherever you want to start. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Draw in a nice deep breath in through your nose. Feel your belly rise. Then a nice loud open mouth exhale, sigh everything out. One more inhale like that, deep full breath in through your belly, in your chest. Then seal your lips and exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. With every inhale, being mindful to fill all the way up. And with each exhale, creating a slight oceanic sound at the back of your throat. Feeling the constriction there. Take one more deep breath in. Feel the air fill up your lungs. And then one more slow breath out your nose. Now, if your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. Walk your feet to the center of your mat, soles of your feet still down into the ground. And lift your right foot up off of the ground and grab for behind your right thigh. Keep the sole of your left foot planted on the ground, and then take your right heel and press your right heel up toward the ceiling. Your right knee might be a little bent. If your hamstrings are pretty tight, that's fine. Keep your shoulder blades grounded. Now gently begin to extend your left leg out in front of you. Press your left leg against the ground. Your right leg might drop a little bit, that's okay. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, drop your right leg over to the left side of your body for a nice supine twist here. You can take your right arm and press it out to the side, either in a goalpost or just a T. This gentle twist throughout your spine. Now slowly draw your legs back to center. Place the sole of your right foot into the ground. Lift your left foot off of your mat and grab for behind your left thigh. Then once you're here, you can press your left heel up toward the sky, keeping your low back and your shoulder blades planted. Feeling this nice opening through your left hamstring. Now begin to extend your right leg out in front of you. Press the bottom of your right leg into the ground. It's okay if your left leg needs to move down a little bit to make that happen. Take one more breath in here. And exhale, supine twist. Draw your left leg over to the right side of your space. Nice and slow, be mindful here. Keep both shoulder blades planted on the ground and extend your left arm out to your left side, either in a T or a goalpost. Slowly draw your legs back to center. Grab for behind your thighs. Rock and roll the length of your spine a few times. massaging the length of your spine. Then when you get enough momentum, come up to a nice tall seat. You can cross your ankles. Place your left hand on your right knee. Take a nice deep inhale, expand through your spine. And exhale, gently twist, gazing back over your right shoulder. Every inhale, find length, fill all the way up. Every exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. Your next inhale, return to center. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind your left hip. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, twist, gazing over your left shoulder behind you. Keep both sit bones firmly grounded here. On your next inhale, come back to center. Place your right hand next to your right hip. Inhale, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. As high as you can, feel length on your left side. Then exhale, side body stretch. Bend into your right elbow to make this stretch possible. Gaze up toward your left hand. Really press your left sit bone down to find more length on your left rib cage. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Switch out your sides. Place your left palm next to your left hip. Inhale, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling as high as you can while still grounding down through your right sit bone. One more breath in. Exhale, side body stretch toward the left. Reach your right arm over toward the left side, gazing up toward your right palm. See how much space you can find between each rib cage here. Now inhale, rise back up to center. Place your palms down into the ground. Step your knees back to a tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Lift your gaze up in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up toward the ceiling. Gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale, cat pose. Press the ground away and curl your spine. Come back to a neutral tabletop and then step your feet back to a high plank. Not here for long. Slowly with control, lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're down on your belly, extend your right arm out to your right side, either all the way out or in a goal pose. You'll get a little bit of a different sensation if you goal post your arm. So maybe try that today if you'd like. Now slowly roll over onto your right side, taking your left leg behind your right leg and placing the sole of your left foot on the floor. You can keep your left hand on the ground or place your left hand on your waist. Feeling this nice stretch on your right side of your chest and your shoulder. Slowly return back to center. Extend your left arm out to your left side, either to a T or a goal post, whatever you choose. And then roll over onto your left side, your left temple down on your mat. The sole of your right foot will be on the ground behind your left leg. Once again, you can do whatever you want with your right hand, either press it into the ground or on your waist. Return back to center. Press up to a tabletop position, back up onto your knees. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. You can pedal into your dog here. You can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Take a moment to settle into this position. Spread your fingers wide and point your pointer fingers forward. So the rest of your fingers should point outward a little bit. Spiral your triceps to the wall behind you, and then lift your tailbone as high as you can while pressing your heels down toward here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrist at about hip width distance and drape your torso over your thighs. Let your head hang really heavy. You can grab for opposite elbows, sway side to side. Drop your arms down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. And inhale, slowly roll up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. When you get to the top, inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Press your palms together at your heart. Either soften your gaze or flutter your eyes closed. Firm down through all corners of your feet and tuck your tailbone. We'll take a breath here. Take a nice deep, full breath in through your nose. Nice, strong breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open if they're closed. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Extend your arms up overhead with a nice deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Option to bring a slight bend to your knees here if that's more accessible. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or your thighs and flatten out your spine. Exhale, ball pose. Squat and curl. You can tense your fingers on the ground. Lift your heels up off of the ground and then magnetize your heels toward one another. So the insides of your feet should be pressing against one another. You can play around with tucking your chin in toward your chest, rolling into the tightest little ball you can. Now drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs and flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, mountain pose, rise all the way up, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at heart center. Send your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Squeeze your core up tight. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl, heels up, tense your fingertips, chin in toward your chest. Drop your heels down. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl, and hold here. Maybe this time you play around with a little bind in your arms, wrapping your forearms around your shins, feeling how that changes your balance here in this posture. Continue to squeeze your inner feet together and draw your chin in toward your chest, expanding through your shoulder blades behind you. Now drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms and step your feet back. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Once you get down to your belly, untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, magnetize your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower your chest back down to the ground, tuck your toes. Inhale, high plank, press yourself up. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, extend your right leg high, flex your right toes down to the ground. And exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands and send your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms up overhead and lift your chest. Breathe here for a moment. You can interlace your hand around your front thigh and gently rock forward and back. Feel this nice opening through your left hip flexors. Might be a little tight this morning, that's fine. Just kind of sink into this stretch. Now inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms back up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg, point your right toes up toward the ceiling, and tense your fingers on the ground next to your right leg. Maintain a nice neutral spine here to really feel the stretch in your right hamstring. Stack your left hip over your left knee. So if you're going back a little too far, maybe walk your right foot forward a little bit. Your next inhale, shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms up. Now exhale, side body stretch. Drop your right arm down toward the ground and very gently stretch toward the right side with your left arm. This is a nice stretch on your left side. You'll really feel it in your left side and kind of into your left hip here. Now inhale, slowly with control, rise back up to center. And exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right foot to the back of your space. Inhale, extend your left heel high, flex your left toes down, even the weight between your palms, take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your hands and drop your right knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead and breathe here. You can keep your arms up if you prefer that sensation. You can also interlace your hands or round your front thigh and very gently rock forward and back, being mindful not to move too quickly. Very gently opening up your right hip flexors here. Now inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms back up. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg, come up onto your left heel, and then neutralize your spine. So you're bending over your left leg, but making sure to keep a nice flat spine. Every inhale, see if you can find length from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And then with each exhale, see if you can hinge just a little bit deeper toward your extended leg. Your next inhale, shift your weight back forward, crescent moon, extend your arms back up. Exhale, side body stretch toward the left. Drop your left arm down toward the ground. Extend your right arm up and then over. Continue to bend into your left knee nice and deep. And then listen to your body. You don't need to stretch too far here to really feel this. Inhale, slowly rise back up to center, arms overhead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, keep your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, hinge your torso up. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up, shift forward. Exhale, side body stretch, drop your right fingertips down, extend your left arm up and over. Inhale, crescent moon, back up to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right leg back. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Come up onto your left heel. Inhale, shift forward. Crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, side body stretch. Drop your left fingertips down. Lift your right arm up and over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your left leg back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, press your palms down, lift your tailbone higher. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg, point your right toes up toward the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, side body stretch, drop your right fingertips down, left palm reaches up then over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. This time, exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and lift your left knee up off of the ground. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one, extend your arms up. So in warrior one, your back foot is pressing down into the ground all the way at about a 45-degree angle. You can walk your feet a little bit wider if you need, or walk your back foot in a little bit. Just sink into this position. You want to bend deeply into your front knee, and at the same time, press really hard into your back foot. So take a breath in. Sink a little bit deeper on your breath out. Continue pressing your back foot down. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right leg back. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, half split. Send your hips back. Point your left toes up toward the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, side body stretch. Drop your left fingertips. Extend your right arm up and over. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Lift your right knee up off of the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Extend your arms up overhead. Press your back foot down. Take a moment to readjust your stance as you need. You're never glued into a stance. So press your front heel down and then press the outer edge of your back foot down nice and hard. Take your right hip and pull your right hip forward. It's a nice extension through this right hip flexor here. One more breath in. Sink deeper on your breath out. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your left foot back. Take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low, reach your arms up. We're not here for long, but it's good to get a nice little chair pose in. Squeeze your thighs together, sit your hips a little lower, breath in. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back, lift your pinkies up toward the ceiling and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up, straighten your legs. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Press the sole of your right foot into your left calf or up onto your left thigh. Take whatever arm variation you'd like today. Maybe take goddess arms like this out to the side, or arms overhead, reaching up, whatever you'd like. Arms behind your back. Just press your right foot into your left leg as hard as you can, just avoiding your knee. If you find that your foot is sliding down to your knee, just drop your foot down to your left calf instead to protect your knee joint. Press your pelvis slightly forward, ever so slightly. That'll allow you to further externally rotate through this right leg. So you're pressing your right knee toward the wall behind you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samastitihi. Slowly drop your right leg down, hands together at your heart. Press your right foot down into the ground. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot on your inner right calf or up on your inner right thigh. Feel really rooted down through your right foot in the ball mounds of your foot and your heel and the knife edge of your foot. And if your right hip is pressing really far out to the right side, press it back. So press your right leg into your left foot as hard as you can. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, Samastitihi. Drop your left leg down to the ground, hands together at your heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Lift your heels up. Option again to go for this bind, wrapping your forearms around your shins. So lift your heels up as high as you can. Press your inner feet together. Chin in toward your chest. Now drop your heels down. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, elbows up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank, press all the way up. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, melt your heels a little further toward your mat. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Draw your right knee toward your right wrist and plant your shin on the ground. You can stay upright for a little while if you want, or you can go right down into sleeping pigeon. So this is your right thigh should be rolling out to the side. So if you find it's rolling inward, kind of take your foot and flex your right toes toward the wall in front of you and kind of press your right thigh outward toward the right side of your space. If you're in sleeping pigeon, press yourself back up, press your palms into the ground, tuck your back toes, and then downward facing dog. Option to take a counter stretch. So for a counter stretch, you can extend your right heel high and then bend your right knee and open up your hip. Maybe take a few hip circles here. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, left knee to right, or left knee to left wrist for half pigeon on this side. So again, plant your shin on the ground, point your left toes toward the wall in front of you. You can stay upright for a little while if you want, or you can hinge right down into sleeping pigeon. Just being sure that your right leg is extended straight back behind you. So maybe glance back and make sure that the top of your right foot is pressing into the ground rather than rolling over to one side of your foot. It's easy to hold a lot of tension in your hips. So really use your breath here. Always come back to your breath. Use your exhales to release that tension and just allow your body to sink a little deeper into this position. If you're in sleeping pigeon, press yourself back up onto your palms, tuck your toes under, and exhale, downward facing dog. Option again for a counter stretch. For the counter stretch, bend your left knee and open up your left hip. Maybe take a few hip circles. We'll meet in downward facing dog, both feet on the ground. Now inhale, hinge forward to a high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. We'll take three rounds of baby cobra here. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest, elbows up, shoulder blades together. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet really hard down into the ground. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last one. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift up. Use your inhale to lift a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Lower your left cheek down to the earth. Extend your arms by your sides. Take a little mini shavasana here. Feel your heart beating into the ground. Return your chin to center. Press yourself up to standing on your knees. And then flip over onto your butt. So take a seat. Let's take seated forward fold. So extend your legs out in front of you, toes up toward the ceiling. You can remove the flesh from underneath your sit bones. Take a nice deep breath in, expand through your spine. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge forward, grab for your outer feet, the tops of your feet, your shins, whatever you can grab. Slowly rise back up. We'll take half lord of the fishes pose. So we'll start on this side. Press the sole of your right foot into the ground. Then take your left leg underneath your right. So you're taking your left foot over toward your right hip. Now, if this is enough for you, you can keep your right foot on the inside of your left leg, or if you want a little more, bring your left foot further over to the right, and then take your right foot on the left side of your left leg. So you're kind of all like twisted up here. So you can choose whichever one you want. Then take your left arm, extend your left arm up, and pivot your torso to the right side of your space. Then drop your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. And then from here, a nice deep breath in. Exhale, twist. So it's a little bit more of an intense twist than we did in the beginning of class. You'll feel this more in your outer right hip. Should feel a really nice stretch there. And then a nice twist throughout your spine. Your next inhale, slowly unwind from the posture. We'll switch out our sides. Drop the sole of your left foot into the ground. Take your right foot underneath your left leg, all the way over toward your left hip as far as you want. Again, if you want to keep your left foot here on the inside of your right leg, that's fine. Or you can take your left leg over to the right side of your right thigh and then move your left foot a little further toward, or your right foot further toward your left hip. So from here, inhale, extend your right arm up. And then twist your torso to the left side, dropping your right arm on the outside of your left thigh. Really using this arm to thigh connection to press your twist or press your chest a little more and twist a little further. So on your inhale, spine length. Exhale, twist your torso a little deeper, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Now gently return back to center, unwinding from the pose. Lower all the way down to your back. Then once you're down on your back, pull your knees into your chest. Grab for the outer edges of your feet for happy baby, pulling your knees down toward your side bodies and stamping the soles of your feet on the ceiling above you, or the sky above you, I suppose. You can very gently rock from side to side if you'd like. Find some bliss in this pose. Now draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Take supine ball. Pull your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze everything together. One more deep breath in. And exhale, Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. You can let your body fall into whatever shape it pleases. Find any tension you're holding on to in your body. Just let go of it. Relax your toes, the bottoms of your feet. Feel any tightness in your hips and your abs melt away. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the muscles in your forehead. Let's enjoy a minute of rest here. can stay in Shavasana as long as you like and rest here. If you'd like to be guided out this morning, begin to bring small movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead. Maybe point your toes and arch your back. Draw your knees in toward your chest, then rock onto whichever side favors you for fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a nice tall seat. Find a comfortable seat, nice tall spine. Place your hands on your knees in your lap at heart center. You can flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any air in your lungs. Now take a deep, full breath in, fill up your belly. Feel your lungs expand, then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, nice and strong out your mouth. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward, namaste.
Thanks, Alls.
Emily.
Yeah.